Look at the left side of the screen. Does that feel like your workday? Chained to repetitive tasks, drowning in manual drudgery, and feeling more like a machine than a person? It's time to break those chains. Welcome to the Ultimate RPA Crash Course. We'll show you how to use Microsoft Power Automate for desktop to build your own digital workforce with absolutely zero coding experience needed. Stop being a robot. Start building them. Unlock automated freedom and reclaim your time for actual creativity. Watch the full course right now and transform the way you work forever.
Let's face it, despite all our modern technology, many of us spend our days stuck in manual drudgery. We act as the human glue between disconnected systems, endlessly copying data from emails, pasting it into spreadsheets, and retyping it into web forms. It is boring, repetitive, and leads to inevitable typos. Previously, the only way to fix this was expensive custom coding. You had to hire developers to build complex, slow bridges between your applications. But now, there is a new solution. Robotic Process Automation, or RPA. Don't think of physical machines. These are software robots that live on your computer. The revolutionary part is that you don't need to write code. You simply record yourself performing a task just once, like moving files, navigating applications, or filling out forms, and the digital worker memorizes those steps. It can then repeat them flawlessly, infinitely faster, democratizing automation for everyone.
Let's get started with Power Automate for desktop. Think of this application as your digital workshop. Here, you create desktop flows, which are essentially scripts of sequential steps. This tool simulates your exact actions, recognizing buttons, fields, and icons, and mimics your clicks and keystrokes. And even includes a recorder to translate your physical actions into a reusable digital script. The installation process is streamlined. You begin in the Cloud portal on your My Flows page. Find the Install button, download the installer, and run the setup wizard, ensuring you select all necessary components. However, there is one critical step you cannot ignore: setting up browser extensions for Chrome or Edge on the final screen. Without these, your digital robot is effectively blind on the web. The extensions act as its eyes, allowing it to accurately identify page structure instead of just looking at a picture. Once installed and the extensions are active, your foundation is laid and you are ready to build your workforce. Let's connect the practical dots regarding licenses and connectivity. First, understanding licenses is key. Power Automate for desktop is free for personal use, perfect for manually running tasks you create. However, for business-critical operations, paid professional licenses unlock powerful features. These include triggered flows, where external events like a new email automatically wake up your robot, and unattended automation, the holy grail that lets bots run 24/7 without any human supervision. But how does the internet talk to your local machine? Your desktop is secured with closed doors, while cloud services exist online. The solution is the on-premises data gateway. Think of it as a secure encrypted tunnel creating a specific authenticated channel. Once installed and registered with your Microsoft 365 account, it runs quietly in the background, securely delivering instructions from the cloud directly to your desktop robot. Welcome to the Power Automate Designer, the primary workspace for building your automations. While it looks complex, it is logically structured around 4 key areas. In the center is your canvas. This is where you assemble the step-by-step instructions for your robot, creating a sequential list that reads just like a recipe. To the left is the Actions toolbox. It's a vast library of pre-built capabilities, organized into groups like Excel, file management, and browser automation that you simply drag onto your canvas. Along the top are fundamental controls to save, play, and stop your flow. Crucially, this bar features the Record button, a magic wand for beginners that automatically generates steps in the canvas as you perform tasks manually. Finally, on the right side are panes that store what the robot needs to remember: variables for holding digital information, UI elements for recognizing the underlying code of buttons, and images for visually identifying elements in older applications. Let's move from theory to practice by building our first robot. A simple web scraper. Step 1. We start by adding an action to launch the web browser. We configure it with the initial URL of the page we want to scrape. For example, a list of books. Step 2 is where the magic happens, extracting data. We don't write code. Instead, we teach the robot using the live web helper. We hover over the first book's title, author, and image link and right-click to extract their values. By repeating this for just a second item, the software intelligently detects the pattern and automatically highlights all remaining items on the page. We then tell it to store this data directly into an Excel spreadsheet. Step 3. Finally, we add the Save Excel action to save the extracted data from memory to a specific path on our hard drive. The result? A task that would involve an agonizing cycle of manual copy-pasting for a human is completed by the robot in seconds, with 0 errors. This isn't just about efficiency. It's about taking the robot out of the human and reclaiming your time for creative, impactful work. Let's summarize your RPA journey with Power Automate for Desktop. We began by identifying the problem of manual repetitive tasks and introducing software robots as the no-code solution. Next, we got you started in your digital workshop, installing the tools and crucial browser extensions that serve as your robot's eyes. We then covered the essentials of licensing, from free personal use to paid professional features, and how to connect securely to the cloud. Finally, we built your first bot, a web scraper, teaching it by example to recognize patterns and automatically save data to Excel. The ultimate goal is to democratize automation, reclaiming your valuable time and taking the robot out of the human.